So excited to be joined by center Connor McGovern, who agrees to terms on a 4-year deal, expected to sign later this afternoon. Connor, thanks for taking the time to come on the show as you do all of the media fun this afternoon. Why did you want to come back to Buffalo?
It was just the right place. Me and my wife talked about it. It's the perfect fit for our family. We love it up here. And just the guys in the locker room, the coach staff, was just the right place to be.
Yeah, I know you were kidding around about Josh, having a say in all this. And because I know players look out for each other. I mean, we have these conversations about the contracts and stuff, but it is a different kind of locker room. And the culture does speak a lot to, like, listen, you got to know, bloom where you're planted kind of thing, right?
Exactly. Yeah, just how close his locker room is in general. And maybe Josh just really likes looking at my butt. Like, who knows what it really is. But, yeah,
sure.
It's nice to have 17 in your corner.
Yeah.
Definitely nice to have 17 in your corner. Since you have been a Bill since 2023, where has your relationship grown most with Josh?
Just our trust with each other, especially taking over center and, like, communication aspect. Like, there's sometimes where he just lets me make all the calls. Like, he knows, like, we're thinking the same thing. So if he ever chimes in, I know, like, it's not like trying to demeaning, like, hey, like, I'm the quarterback, this is what we're, no, it's like, no, like, he sees something different and put in, like, we just have full trust in each other, and that's a great thing to have.
So what has the conversation been like now that the coaching change is made between the players? I know you guys text privately and you go out to dinner and you have buddies. Yeah. And I know this too. Everybody loves Sean. I mean, but this, you always feel invigorated. Okay, now we got a new thing.
Mm-hmm. The biggest thing I can see is just the energy. Like, just around Joe brings us just very fun, energetic way, like, about himself, and loved working with Sean. Great head coach, but just this new breath of fresh air. It's just how anything goes in life. You switch things up, and it's just nice to see that.
Automatically, players just kind of say, listen, whether you love it or hate it, you're going to make the best of it, right? I mean, that's the attitude you have to have.
Yeah, and like we said, always switch to something. We love playing for him, but it's nice to switch things up, and I think Joe's going to do a fantastic job, and I'm excited to be here with that.
Right.
You joked during your press conference about you and Joe Brady going back to your Penn State days where he was a GA and you were playing there collegiately. Since you guys have this 10-year relationship going on, where has Joe Brady changed the most?
He's very much stayed the same, always wearing his shorts on, just like me. It's one thing we've always connected on, but it's just crazy, like, we're talking today, like, look back, hey, 10 years ago, look how much change. I was a fresh 18-year-old kid playing Big Ten football. He was a low-level GA just doing all this, like, grunt work. And it's just like 10 years from now, he's now the head coach of the Buffalo Bills, and I just signed this new contract. It's just crazy how fast life has really changed for both of us.
How important are relationships in the game of football? Because he's a GA and you're a freshman, and you guys probably think, we're never going to cross paths again because the game of football is so big, but it's also so small at the same time, and it's important to keep everybody, in your corner and make sure you have those good relationships with people.
A lot of it just comes down to, like, who you know in this business, like. A lot of coaches, when they bring in their guys, they keep their players around. It's nice to already have that connection, and it makes it easier. A lot of the guys he's bringing in, I already know. Like, he just brought in my quarterback from college, Trace McSorley. So, like, that's fun, like, having familiar faces around and just boost that chemistry even more.
What about the football side of this? I know it's really early, but a lot of continuity coming back. I mean, David Edwards isn't going to be there, but, and the wide receiver room has been a kind of a revolving door because of injuries and all that, but there's a lot of continuity in this room. What are you looking forward to?
First, like, the offensive mind point is going to stay the same. Like, it's going to be the same offense. We returned 4 out of 5 offensive linemen. Dave's going to do a great job down in New Orleans, so I'm excited to see him play. But I'm just excited. Like, luckily, over the last 3 years, we haven't had many injuries, so a lot of us have played so much together, so that helps a lot. And then all the tight ends are coming back, running back. So, like, there's a lot of familiar faces. So at least we know we're all in this together, and now we can help the other sides of all, like, special teams, defense, that have a lot more changes, that we can be, like, the pillar for them that they can lean on a little bit more.
Right.
There's some great depth in the offensive line room, and there's going to be a competition for that left guard spot. As a veteran on this roster, what are you telling some of the younger players about that competition?
You have big shoes to fill. Dave did a tremendous job the last 2 years, but most part, just come in, like, you have me and Dion next to you that have played a long time. So don't stress about trying to over-communicate, stuff like that. Just come in, relax, be ready just to compete with that job, and just find your comfortability with it. Like, I know what it's like coming in as a young guy, like, thrown in, luckily I was in a great situation. I had great guys around me, just being that pillar for them to just really just lean on and use us as strengths until they develop into their own person.
All right, so new contract, same family, same house. New pizza oven now with all the new money? And
No, that's all staying the same.
It's all staying the
Yeah,
same?
so really no more expenses really coming along. So
Well, I don't know. You might have
Yeah.
one coming up here
Yeah.
in May, I guess.
Yeah,
Congratulations
thank
on the
you.
new one.
Thank you. Kids are kind of expensive, so it's nice to have the new contract for that. But other than that, like no, pizza ovens all stay the same. Have everything down in Florida, so we're already good there. But here, we just get to host more parties now.
There you go.
Have we tried any new recipes lately? As you've been in the off-season mode, you got more time on your hands,
No,
Connor.
I know that's the problem. I do lose weight in the off season, so try to stick away as much.
We're making salads.
Not that far. I'm not a rabbit, but I eat less. No, but tinkering a little bit. I'm more on the baking side right now, so that's been a lot of fun. But trying a couple new cookie recipes, so maybe
Okay.
when I come back for camp, we'll bring a couple over by.
It was interesting. You said, give us an idea, a little timeline about, the conversations were happening early on in the season. Then you said you kind of tabled them because you wanted to play, and I
Yeah.
get that. You didn't want all that stuff whipping around while you're trying to win games. Give us a little timeline over these last couple of weeks and how
Yeah,
fast this thing came together.
Believe it or not, it happened so fast. So
Yeah.
all throughout the season, we had conversations all the time. And then at the end of the season, had a great exit interview with Bean. And he was going to let me test free agency. Like, I knew at the end of the day they would come back because, like I said, like, I love being here. They knew that. They wanted me back. They loved me here. So knew that.
Got to have a final conversation
good,
anyway.
final conversation. We didn't talk all offseason. No, nothing bad or anything like that. Like, people blow that. But that usually happens. Like, you knew before
They got
free
other
agency-
things going on, so do you. Yeah.
And right before free agency, I remember Josh called me last week. It was just, hey, just checking out, like what's going on, any new updates, just how he always does. And we're talking back and forth, and literally, was it Saturday in the morning, the Bills call, give us an offer, and just went back and forth. It maybe lasted 30 minutes to an hour. All this conversation, it literally felt like 3 days.
Like 30 minutes to an hour, like three phone
Oh,
calls.
no,
different
yeah,
phone calls?
multiple,
Yeah.
like between
Yeah.
me being my agent, being
Right,
like
right.
everything going back and forth. Maybe 30 minutes to an hour it took to get a deal done, but it literally felt like 3 days.
Yeah.
So we talked about it in relative terms, like it was a very short
Yeah.
time, but at the same time, it felt like it went on forever.
Because it is important. I mean, you got a family, and
Yeah.
and it's something you've worked very hard for, and you want it done yesterday, right?
That would have been nice, but
Yeah,
no, I'm just very happy to be here.
Speaking of the importance of getting something done, this week we see so many different players going to new teams or re-signing with the team that they played for the season prior, and there's a decision that goes into figuring out where you want to go, and it's a family decision like you
Yeah.
talked about. You talked with your wife about where you guys wanted to go. You have another baby on the way. Why was it so important to you to make this decision as a family, knowing that we're putting roots down in Buffalo?
Like you could go chase the money, whatever you want. Like I'm sure if I would have hit free agency, it would have got more money somewhere else. But that really doesn't matter at the end of the day. Like we're not big spenders. Like a couple $1 million isn't really going to change our way of life. And we're very happy with what we have here, and we want our kids to grow up here. Like it's like we talk like we're both from Pennsylvania, like smaller towns, the slower way of life here, which we love. So we love the community here. I think we have the best neighbors in neighborhood in Orchard Park. Like they're awesome. But we just really wanted to be around that still, and that made the decision so much easier.
Connor, you start here as a guard and then you move over to center the last 2 years, and you spoke about how you take more off of Josh Allen's plate. You're making calls at the line of scrimmage, sometimes making sure that Allen is set along with your guards next to you. As you look back on coming here in 2023 and how you've grown, what are you most proud of with where you're at right now?
I would just say overall the relationships with everyone else. Like come here as guard, you think like, all right, I'm just going to do my job, just be one of the 5 offensive linemen, make sure Josh doesn't get touched, open the holes for Jimmy. But now like sliding to center, you got more responsibility, and I love that aspect of it. Like I'm the focal point of all the communication that happens up front, and it's just nice knowing that I can make Josh's job just a little bit easier, and that's been a lot of fun growing into that role.
It seems like a long time ago now when Mitch left,
Yep.
and you took over the center spot, and Bills fans, they worry about everything.
Yep.
But when we didn't know, because they said, well, we're thinking about having Connor McGovern move in from guard, and Bills fans were like, what is he going to like that?
Yeah, our first practice we had a bad snap and everyone blew up.
Right. But
Yeah.
but to your credit, when the first time you did a media press conference after you got moved to center. It was after a long off season. The conversation was flying around. I don't know if it's going to work. Your enthusiasm about taking that spot was palpable. I mean, you were ready for it, and that answered every question. Yeah. Every fan there was like, "Oh, he wants to do that."
Yeah, I got drafted as a center. Like that's where I always want to play. I got moved to guard, and kind of always been searching to get back there. I knew when I signed here, eventually I'd go to center. Didn't know it was going to happen the way it did.
Right.
But greatest, right. It was the greatest part of
my. You feel more at home there than you did at guard.
Yes, exactly. Yeah. It just felt natural going back.
Last question for me, Connor. You spoke about the new energy in this building with Joe Brady as your head coach. Where does the excitement go first with what's in store for this team this upcoming season?
Yeah, I think the excitement really starts, in 2 or 3 weeks when we start OTAs.
It is crazy. I can't believe you guys are coming back so soon.
I'm excited for the whole team to see, because Joe's been OC, he brings that energy to the offense, and how much he shows that he loves everyone in the room, and I'm excited for the whole team to experience that. We get up before offense meeting starts, we're dap each other up, telling everyone how much you love them, just stuff like that, and just shows how much you care about that. I'm excited for the whole team to fully experience that.
We love that. Connor, congratulations. We're so excited you're staying in Buffalo, and we'll see you back here in a few weeks as the off-season program begins. Yep. We're going to take a break. More here next